Hey everyone. So yeah, I do apologize if I do seem a little tired and everything. Like a lot of you, I'm still getting adjusted to DST, Daylight Savings Time. Now the reason I'm still getting adjusted to it is because yesterday I was out with my family doing things, and I'll explain what that is in a bit. But yeah, if I sound a little out of it, a little tired, it's mainly because of the fact that this is my first full day adjusting to the new change in time, if you will, with with everything, with the springing forward and everything. I'm just checking something there. But yeah, first of all, I want to thank you guys for viewing the video that I uploaded on Saturday. The only video I uploaded over the weekend because we were busy. When I was asking the question of how old is Sally's mom, bodily, physically, visually, compared to, let's say, her actual age, because I was putting it out that like she could have been like 23, something like that, when she and Elias got sent to Angel Island. She got put into cryogenic state, and then when she got brought out of it, physically, bodily, and visually, she could, age-wise, be maybe 5 years, 4.5 years older than her daughter. When in actuality, she could maybe be about 13, 15, 18 years older, and everything. And it all depends, like I said, on whoever you feel kind of worked around that artistically, on the book, on the pre-reboot Archie Sonic comic, if you will. So again, I want to thank you guys for watching that video and everything. It really helps me out in the long run. But outside of that, like I said, didn't provide anything out. I didn't upload anything else, onto the channel because, like I mentioned, we were busy this weekend. This past week though was okay. This past week was fine and everything. Not too much to, write home about. Not too much to write home about and everything. Everything else was fine. Over this past week and such. Excuse me. Not too much. Like I said, not too much to write home about. When it comes to things happening and all that. Except, we have neighbors. Not on this street. Not on this street, but we do have neighbors that basically, just love to party or love to drink too much, and they shoot off illegal fireworks, when they're not supposed to, and it shakes everybody to the core sometimes. Because even though we live, on a different street and everything, the people setting it off, they might live a few streets, away from us or right next or right on the next street, and you could still hear it. You could still wonder what the hell was that. So, yeah, but except with that exception, and hopefully, the Newman police, catch these people. It's it wasn't that much of a newsworthy week going on. With the exception though that I did get a $5 check in the mail, and that's because of a lawsuit against one of my former jobs and everything. So I ended up getting a $5 check in the mail because that was my compensation, if you will, based on this lawsuit, and the person that filed it against my former job. What's crazy too is it's the first one I've had with a tax form information on it, for tax season. So I don't know if that's going to help out in the long run or not. But anyway, outside of that, I know I'm saying that a lot, and everything. Outside of that, not too much to write home about until we get to this weekend, because like I said, this weekend was a very busy weekend. Outside of adjusting to the new time and everything, the new time, springing forward and everything, it was kind of a busy weekend because on Saturday, me and my family, on Saturday, we went out and basically, took care of some things we needed to take care of. I got my hair cut, as you can tell. Usually I tell people at Great Clips, which is my primary place to go because they got me on record there. I tell them, hey, can you give me a 3 or a 2? And they have that on record. But this time around, I decided to go a 2 and a 1, a 2 on top and a 1 on the side, because of the fact that we're heading into spring next week. Yes, as one of my family members put it, this weather's kind of bipolar right now because you don't know if it's going to be cold one day, hot one day, warm, you don't know. But me, I decided I'm not going to take any chances. And it's, again, spring's coming up, then summer. Give it time, a little bit more time than, if I had a 3 and a 2, style cut, that, for the hair to grow back in because, now I got a 2 and a 1. So, So yeah, either I get a 3 and a 2, if I feel like it does need to be, cut, but not too much. But if it's gonna get warm and everything, you might as well give it like a 2 and a 1, and go from there, and just let it grow. And then after that, went to Walmart, got some household item, or get some items in the house, some grocery items too, and then went to Nob Hill, got some dinner there because we're in the mood for rotisserie chicken, so might as well get it over there because it's probably one of the better places you're gonna get it at. And then after that, just relaxed, didn't do much after that. And then again on Sunday, a lot of people, even my own family, was feeling the change and everything because even though digital clocks, like let's say your phone, like the phone I'm using here to record this, or digital clocks on your computer or wherever, even though they might automatically adjust, you still have physical clocks, like let's say your alarm clocks, like that one over there, that you have to adjust yourself. You have to change yourself to basically, set it at the right time. So that threw us off. Obviously, that threw us, and I'm sure a lot of people off, especially with the fact that yesterday we went and attended a high school play for my third oldest nephew who's graduating this year. So this is like the last play him and his fellow seniors are going to be in. And they were emotional about it because they put a lot of hard work into it, as well as some other productions they've done, behind the scenes and on stage. So they were really emotional and everything. Um, but yeah, it was a good play. It was a good play. And if you want to know what it was based on, it was based on this, Wizard of Oz. Now, I will say that yes, they did not have Broadway production style. I guess you could say setting or staging, if you will. They didn't have that. But for what they did, they did a decent job. There is no doubt they did a decent job. The girl that played Dorothy really just, put her all into it and really got emotional. Actually, was crying. When we got to the scene where Dorothy was going home from Oz to Kansas, and she was saying the lines that she's going to miss them. She was actually crying because that's not just, her really doing a good acting job, but that's her basically, telling her friends, her fellow classmates who are also, who are also in the play, I should say, but also going to be graduating or remaining at the school, because again, some of them might be juniors or sophomores. Um, Basically, I think all of them were seniors. I'm not really sure. I gotta go back and look. But anyways, she was really crying because again, it's not just the role she was playing, but it's her actually having the opportunity, even though she'll do it again later on, to say goodbye to her friends because this is the last play they're going to be doing together, and then in the next couple of months they're going to be graduating. So, yeah, it was really emotional for them and all that. It got my family, members of my family, crying a bit. But they did a good job, and again, it's no Broadway production, because obviously when they were changing scenes and all that, you could kind of tell the people were, even though they darkened the stage, you could tell the people were moving the sets across or readjusting things and that and this and all that. So it was really interesting. It was really interesting to see and all that. How they got the people in and out of the makeup because they did have to put makeup on a lot of people. They had to really just, I guess, take it off as quickly as they could and everything throughout. So, it was a process. There's no doubt. Even if it's just a little bit of paint here and there, just go like, and all that. But they did like I said, did a good job. The girl that was Dorothy sang very well, even though one of my family members was like, she's okay, but not good, but she did good. I thought she did all right and everything. And they were very faithful to the movie and everything, very faithful to it and all that. So really, really good. And my third oldest nephew, he had a major role in it as well as some minor roles because obviously they do give you not just the main role you're getting, but they need you to like fill in, certain parts of the play or certain minor parts in the play or the production that need to be filled. So my third oldest nephew, I should say, he ended up playing Professor Marvel, aka the Wizard. He also played minor wise. He played Munchkin City Father number 2, Apple Tree number 2, And that's it. I think that was it. I mean, let me double check. I think those was the roles that he had. I think those were the roles that he had and everything. Let me double check and everything so I get it right here. Let me see if I get this right. Let's see, Marvel, Wizard of Oz. Yeah, it's just four roles. The two main ones, the two primary ones he had, with Professor Marvel and the Wizard of Oz. And he did great. He did really great with those. But he really kind of hammed it up a little bit when he would do the minor roles of Munchkin City Father #2 and Apple Tree #2. We busted up laughing a little bit, not too loud because it's a play, but we busted up laughing and everything. But yeah, he did a great job, and he was emotional too and everything because again, this is the last thing he's going to do with the school, production wise, and then in a few months he's going to graduate, and we don't know where he's heading. He's got a lot of colleges offering him opportunities to attend them. Some could be very locally, and some could be like out there. Down in Southern California. One has a Disney program he could probably take part in. So yeah, he did a good job, and hopefully whatever he gets into afterwards, he'll be able to carry it on over there. And if he gets into the one with the Disney program, hey, he might be able to work at Disney as one of those dancer guys. One of those guys with the hats and everything. The cabineer guys or whatever they're called, or cabinet guys. He might be able to do that. Who knows? We'll see. But outside of that, like I said, just a very busy weekend. Afterwards, we went to the fruit yard in Modesto. They have great food. There's no doubt about it. They had some great food. Had to take some of my food home, like a lot of us did, because of the fact that it was a lot to eat. It was a lot to eat, and also I had the last 1/3 of the French bread we had in the morning yesterday, so that kind of filled me up, if you will. But yeah, outside of that, it was a good time had by all, and just gonna move forward on to the next day and see what happens next. But anyway, though, guys, I just wanted to come on here again. I do apologize if I sound a little, slurry and all that. I do apologize if I sound a little slurry, a little tired. Again, still adjusting to the change in times and all that. But let me know what your thoughts are on what I had to say here. Let me know if you guys have ever participated in a production of The Wizard of Oz at your school or at your college or at your community. Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts and everything. What roles did you play, major or minor? I'd love to hear your roles, your experiences, if you will. Let me know down below. Love to hear your take on it and everything. And really, that's all I can say. So until next time, guys, comment down below, like the video, ring the bell for notifications, subscribe to the channel. Also, click on the links in the description to find my content elsewhere. It really helps out, guys. And until next time, I will talk to you later. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are. And did you participate in the Wizard of Oz play yourself in the past? What roles did you do? And until next time, I am out.